So we're on our way to camp for a nice winter overnighter. Stay tuned. There's going to be some epic eats in this video. Really nice. Sorry guys, we just arrived at camp. I got a pretty serious sweat going, so gotta cool down, dry off a little bit. Just let it evaporate. Good thing I'm wearing wool. It's gonna wick it away from me with my microfiber t-shirts. Will help wick it off my body as well. Keep me dry. I'm nice and warm. I'll say that. It's not so bad. But the plan is we're gonna be sleeping in a tent tonight, and it's probably gonna be right here. So we got to shovel out some snow a little bit and clear away any sticks that are gonna poke holes in the bottom of the tent. I did bring a tarp to put down to kind of protect the bottom, give it a little bit of extra durability, but we'll see how all that goes. So for the time being, I think we're just gonna lay low and eat a sandwich. try to catch our breath a little bit before we start collecting firewood and setting up camp. So we'll be back soon. For all you world travelers out there, if you ever come to Montreal, you need to stop by a place called Smoked Meat Pete's. Now I know everyone claims to have the best smoked meat. Every city's got their guy. Well, I'm telling you, the Montreal area, it's Smoked Meat Pete's. You're going to hear people say, go to Schwartz's, go to this place, go to that place. And yeah, they're all good places. But Smoked Meat Pete's is the bomb. He's the man. Trust me. Have a look at this. Look at that. That's going in the bread. Remember, your tent's pretty small, so I think it's enough. Alright, so you can see behind me, we got our footprint for the tent just about shoveled out. We are going to leave a slight layer of snow down there. It's also a pretty decent insulator, even though it's cold. We're going to stomp it on down with our feet to level it out as possible, best as possible, and then we're going to set the tent up, get all our gear laid out and fluffed up, so it'll be at maximum loft when it's bedtime. And I got to take a run back to the car because we, in the rush to get out here, we actually forgot something in the car that's actually critical. We forgot one of our mats, so we got to head on back, pick it up, and then hike on back here. So while I'm gone, my brother's going to hold down the fort and do a little keep on working and get the thing set up, and I will make my way back in a couple of minutes with the snowshoes and our mat. So be back shortly. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, there you go. Now pyramid those axles. Sorry guys, full disclosure here. You see those nice square woods? I didn't baton them like that. They're actually really nice boards that we brought in that was made for used for making big pallets or carrying heavy steel. And we brought that in here because we didn't want it to all be about work. We wanted to come in here, get a little bit of work done, and then be able to relax, have a Heineken, and cook some ribs. And that's why we brought all the kindling in here too, so we can get a nice bed of coals going real quick. And we'll get that tripod set up in a couple of minutes, we'll drop the grill down, and then we'll be in business in no time. But here, we've got our WeatherTech summer tent here. We're going to be sleeping in tonight. We put a nice blue tarp down the bottom, stuck the tent over top of it. There are some little tie-outs that we're going to put out, maybe snow anchor later on or not, I don't know. There isn't going to be any real wind today, so not really too worried about it. But what we are going to do is, now that we got our fire going, we're going to get our air mattresses blown up, tossed in there, and we're going to get our sleeping bags opened up and fluffed up. So we're going to basically open them up, give them a good shake, and let them rest, because we want the loft to be at maximum before we go to bed to make sure we have the right amount of insulation. So that's about it. So we're going to go ahead and get that done while this fire is warming us up. And I'm going to be testing out this Klymit Insulated Static V sleeping pad. Just to get some dimensions out of the way, while it's inflated, you're looking at 72 inches or 183 centimeters long. You're looking at 23 inches in width, or 58.4 centimeters wide, and the thickness of it is 2.5 inches, so 6.4 centimeters. Total weight of this little guy here is 25 ounces or 709 grams, so it seems pretty light. And the R value of this guy is 4.4. It's probably a little bit low for this this area right now, but it is a 3-season down to a 0 degree, I think they said. But we're going to go ahead and test that out. Just as a backup, I did bring some Reflectix to put in between me and this if I do get cold at night. We'll see. I'll also be pairing this with my T-Don Sport 0 degree Fahrenheit bag, so minus 18 degrees Celsius. We'll see how that goes with this and see if we get cold tonight. If not, I've got my Reflectix to back me up and keep me warm. Nice generous pouch, plenty of room for this guy to fit in there. So to open this, you give it a slight turn and then a pull. Apparently. There we go. All right, that was 12 blows, and it's pumped up pretty good. Now you can see the V shape is designed so when you're lying down on it and the heat is actually touching you, or your body's creating heat, it'll keep this warmth trapped inside these V's, and it's supposed to be a little bit more ergonomic too for side sleepers. Really don't know that for sure because this is going to be my first time sleeping on it, but we'll know for sure what the deal is with this guy in a couple of hours. So now, always good practice whenever you are going to be camping and the weather's going to be slightly cold or really cold. You're going to want to take your sleeping bag out of its compression sack and give it a good fluff up. You want to make sure that your bag, when you put it inside of your tent and you're ready to climb into it, it's going to be ready to go, nice and fluffed up. I also like to unzip it, so once I'm ready to hop into bed and go to sleep, I just take this guy, toss it right in, climb right in, and then zip it on closed, and I'm ready for bed. So let's get this guy on top of the sleeping pad, and we'll be ready to go. tell you what, guys. After hiking out here, dragging out the sleds, setting camp up, going back to the car, picking up things, coming back here, finish a few things up, doing a little cutting, I'm feeling kind of drained. To be honest, I'm kind of tired. So just for a little extra boost, I got a little hot chocolate on the grill right now. You saw me put that on there before. That'll give us the little sugar boost we're going to need. Get those carbohydrates to re-injected into the system, and then we'll have our protein to kind of keep us going. But these are going to have to cook for another hour or two at least, so maybe even longer. So we'll get these guys onto the grill, slowly cook them up, and then we'll be in business with a delicious dinner. So here, let's get them on. Now the trick is, nice thin layers, over and over and over again. We are almost in the realm of fall off the bone. So while we got the ribs cooking, we got a couple of minutes where we could run out, grab a couple more branches and wood. There's a few more fallen deads over there. We're just going to go over there real quick, grab a couple of them, bring them back here, just to have a little bit of extra firepower for nighttime when it starts getting dark. We're around 4 o'clock, maybe 4:30 now. Yeah, 4:15. And we only got like maybe another hour and a half of light, and then it's going to be dark in here, real dark. So
it's cloudy.
Yeah, and it's also cloudy. So having the extra firewood and the fire will keep us warm and give us a little bit of light before. Oh, they're pretty tender. Have a look at that. Oh man, it's hot. Comes apart real easy. Well, you can see the starting to get a little dark in here. I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera or not, but it's starting to get dark, and it's only what do you figure, 5:30?
Yeah.
Not even 5 o'clock. It's already starting to get dark. So we got a decent amount of firewood here, but I think the plan for tonight is once we finish our ribs, we'll get the fire going good and hot and big. We'll hang out here. We've got a couple of beers to drink, and anyway, we'll hang out here, enjoy the night, and then once the fire's pretty much died out, we'll just pack it and go to sleep until the morning. And then we're hoping that it doesn't rain tonight. We just saw a change in the weather. They were saying that there may be rain or snow, or snow tonight, which at these temperatures, going down to around -1, -2, -3, you should be looking at probably ice pellets or freezing rain, which is just gonna suck if that happens. But anyway, we'll be nice and dry and warm in our tent. I brought a tarp just to throw over the top in case things get gnarly outside. Things getting rowdy, we're gonna wrap that puppy up, and then that's it. But for now, it seems to be okay. And yeah, so that's it. I'm going to crack open another hiney and then finish off my ribs, and then we'll see you again soon. Alright guys, I don't know if you can even see me here, but got some good news and some bad news. Good news is we're sticking it out. It's going to be great. It's going to be good times. Bad news is it started to rain. I'm telling you just can't catch a break. But guys, you're not going to believe how hot this fire is. I'm like sitting almost 2 meters away and I can't take it. It's just burning me up. But anyway, while I'm still able to sit here, I just want to do a few shout outs. And the guy who inspired the campfire shout outs was Dave over at High Carbon Steel Love. He used to do this on his channel all the time. And anyway, I just want to shout out Dave for doing something cool, for shutting people out. So there we go. Go over and check Dave out. I'm sure you all know him already anyway. He's got a great channel, does reviews, overnighter trips, all kinds of stuff. Solid guy, super friendly and a positive person all the time, which is just awesome. So go ahead and check out Dave at High Carbon Still Love. Got another Dave for you. It's my Mr. Woods. He's over at Empty Woods Runner. Lives over in Montana and shoots some vids hiking on all these awesome mountains. He does a bunch of peaks all the time. He's hiking them up and down with his trusty companion Dinga Dude. So that's a shout out for Dave and Dinga. Two awesome dudes. Check them out. Great channels. And just want to give a shout out to all my buddies over at the Nova Scotia Bushcraft group. Some of these guys have channels. I'm not going to name anybody in particular because there's just so many of them. But I met some good people over there and some friendships and chatted with a bunch of them. And I just want to give a good shout out. And if anybody's looking for a great group where you don't have to worry about all the childish gibberish that goes on, I mean, there's a lot of just fun, awesome dudes over there, and they're all full of knowledge. So if you're looking for a fun group where there's without all the crap, that's where you got to go. Go check out the guys at that place. They've really put together a great community. And last but not least, I just want to give a quick shout out to my buddy Eric Bourget over at Deranged Survival. I was poking through Instagram earlier on today, and turns out that I saw a picture he posted with a shovel in the snow, and it had a nice fire going, and it was getting dark, and I was wondering if he was camping. Turns out he wasn't, but it was just a day trip. But he's another great woodsman. He's out there all the time, bushcraft, hiking, all kinds of stuff. So swing on over and check out Eric too on his channel. Awesome dude. So I think I'm going to wrap it up there with the shout outs for tonight. The rain seems to have stopped, and the time is 7:31, almost 8 o'clock. We'll probably hang out here for another hour and a half, and then probably start wrapping it up and go to sleep for tomorrow. So I'll check in again a little bit later. So hopefully it doesn't keep raining, and you know, if this is something that I feel like I'm going to do more often, I think I'll probably invest in a tent that's made for winter camping. This is a summer tent. You can see I've got screen here and everything like that. It's all just screen. It lets in a lot of fresh air, so we'll have to make sure that we stay warm, and that's it. So I'm gonna say goodnight for now. I'll see you in the morning. Sorry guys, made it up. I'm alive. It turned out to rain all night long. I think it's doing snow pellets now, but it seemed to be the sleeping pad, the Static V sleeping bag seemed to be okay. Slept decent through the night with no issues. The sleeping bag though was a little bit on the small side, so when I zipped it up, I had to leave some area. I mean, I could zip it all the way up if I wanted to, but I just wasn't able to freely move my arms around, and I don't like that. So I had to really position myself funny and turn the sleeping bag actually upside down, so the hood part was on top of me, keeping me warm. And anyway, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you're not a plus size model, this sleeping bag will be great for you. But if you're a bigger guy like I am, you'll find it to be a little bit on the tight side, but still comfortable, still warm. I didn't get cold in this thing at all. Actually, I was very comfortable all night, temperature wise. The sleeping mat was pretty good. It's pretty comfortable, but I mean, I'm a hammock sleeper, so I much prefer to sleep in a hammock than on the ground. But out of all the pads that I've tried so far, I also have another one, can't remember the brand of it, but I've slept on that guy before and it was brutal on its own. So anyway, I did bring some Reflectix just in case things got nasty. and I got too cold, but I didn't need it at all, so that was a plus. But since we're you can hear the rain. Since it's still raining outside, I think we're gonna bail on breakfast and just pack up and split. It doesn't look like it's gonna be stopping anytime soon, so I think we'll just pack up and maybe hit a restaurant on the way home or something. have some egg muffins. So alrighty, folks, this is what we woke up to. Last night it rained all the way until around 5 o'clock in the morning, and then actually a little bit later than that, maybe even 6 or so, and then it just switched to snow. And now the snow's coming down pretty bad, so I think we're gonna call it. We're gonna skip breakfast. Just gonna bail out of here and have some stop off at like a La Belle Province or something like that and have some eggs and bacon. I think that sounds like a good idea to me. And yeah. So that'll be about it. Definitely, I really had a good time this night out. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, my gear proved itself, so it looks like it's going to work pretty decent as a sleeping mat. And I don't think I'll be doing another winter overnighter in this tent. I think when I do another one, it'll be in a 4-season tent, and I'll probably get a couple more of those done during the season, just because it's. Just because it'll help keep the condensation down on the inside of the tent, and that'll be that. And it'll be more set up for, it'll be better set up for, you know, for these kind of conditions. Not like this this little tent. I'm gonna have to set this up in my basement and dry it out when I get home. You guys take care. Get out and explore. Hey, thanks for watching. If you like this video, try watching one of my other overnighter videos. Or you can click the picture on the bottom left to subscribe.